get to a certain state like Nick County, I'm pretty sure his pockets are pretty nice. You know what I mean? So he can move like he doesn't need the big corporations really. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't. So maybe it's like, look, I'm about to move different. You know, I think, and you've been seeing that kind of move different over the last, say, 5 years at least.
Yeah, you gotta give him
You know what I mean? You've been seeing that kind of move different. This is nothing new.
He's been at the forefront of everything.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So, I give Nick kind of a lot of props on that. But like I said, when you that's why, like when he even referenced, man, for one, don't just watch the little clips they paraphrase. Watch the interview in its entirety, and you will see why. Because he was dropping some jewels. Nick Cannon was dropping some jewels, and then Professor Gray. And so when you see the stuff that he was saying, and they was the president, you a dangerous man. You know what I mean? Saying stuff at the position that you are at. Like they was like, for you to be able to be here and say the things you're saying, it was kind of incredible to him, and then you see what happened. So I think it was entirely, if you watch the whole interview, they see this young black man with the power of saying the thing that he was saying. It was like, okay, you know what I mean? Now, and then getting to for one, if you mention Farrakhan, you're going to be thrown in anti-Semitic, period. If you have Professor Grip, even if you didn't say anything about the Jews, you're already going to be labeled anti-Semitic because of Professor Grip's history. You know, those don't know he had made comments when he was in Public Enemy, and Public Enemy was under pressure to part ways with him. You know what I mean? Because you know the Africans, that's Jews don't play. But you know, as I watched some of the back and forth with like the Jewish community, like again, if you watch the entire video, he goes in saying we need to put a name on they. We always say they control it. So before he even got going, he broke down who they is. Understand that there's Jewish people who got a lot of money and control a lot of things. And there's Jewish people that's broke as shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's, you know, we're not talking about they as in every Jew or every white person. We're talking about the 1%. We're talking about the powers that be. We're talking about the Arabs, the top, Arab nation, the Jew nation, the Jewish community, the Rothschilds. You know what I mean? We're talking about the Vatican, who controls, you know what I'm saying, the mob, who controls America. You know what I mean? We're talking about these guys. So, and then when you get into it, like you said, we are the first. When you're talking about really the Hebrews who really want to break it down, you know, then the Hebrews are really the Canaanites. The Canaanites, you know what I mean? Canaan, if you go on the map of ancient Egypt empire, Canaan was a part of the ancient. This is the Nile Valley. You know what I mean? These are all African people. This is Africa. This is North Africa. You feel what I'm saying? The Hebrew language, the Greeks came into Phoenicia, you know what I mean, which is in Canaan. And this is where you get Greek letters. This is where you get the word Bible from Biblos. A lot of the pie paper came from Phoenicia, Canaan. There was no Hebrews there. Let me give you a there were no Hebrews there. These were African people. The Greeks started moving in, coming in, settling down, mating with and this is the part where you start to get the lighter Jewish people, where you now get the Hebrews from. You know what I mean? So the original Canaanites, Phoenicians, were African, which you consider who were supposed to be the original Hebrews. Who's where the Hebrews get their culture?
Anytime you see an Ike, like my man Terry said, anytime you see Ike, this thing, that means black skin.
Yes.
So we got some comments. Trezana said, according to Roland Martin, that is why he can say whatever he wants because he owns his own filter.
Exactly.
Patrick Bucker Boy Cole said he got support from other celebs like Diddy. He'll be all right. What's up, Lil DL? Veronica Thornton said he's also been well educated. People just stigmatized him as corny, weird, and that's why many were so quick to wash their hands of him after his firing. I think he knew there would be pushback. And he did say he was very shocked that he didn't get as much support from the black community, considering how much he's been there for the black community.
Well, they were more upset with the apology, like when it went down, there was an outcry of support, and then once he apologized, what you saw was a lot of people backing their support back.
But see, let me tell you this: for y'all that back your support for them, y'all come on, y'all know how the game is played. Y'all know what time it was. The brother spoke his mind. Won't you stand with your brother? We stand with him whether right or wrong. You can't pick and choose when to do it. This brother's a good man. We shouldn't turn our back. I ain't mean to cut you off, sis. Go ahead.
Maybe he felt like he had to apologize because he didn't feel like he had the support that he should have gotten. Also, I feel like whenever a white or a Jew is offended by something, everybody has to move out the way and move the stars, the moon, and the mountain to apologize and to feel better, to make these people feel better. But when you offend a black or a brown person, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't see white people ain't really saying much. They're like, oh yeah, he
Yeah.
it's like savage motherfuckers.
They can't say nothing now because it's facts. They see the facts.
Well, I think all the facts are starting to come out. You know, the stuff about Mount Rushmore and what it meant to the Native American people, and the fact that they went there and desecrated their land, and then they put their idols on their sacred land. And then when you hear that story, you're like, God, no, we did what?
Yeah.
You mean, wait, the Star Spangled Banner is a racist tune? Yes.
Damn, I hate my family.
Did you hear something? It was called slavery at around 1619 to about 1965. A lot of people scratching their heads on what I mean.
Another thing too, and I didn't see Nick Cannon's actual apology. I didn't really pay no attention to it.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, put it up. I'd like to see it because you got to understand when you apologize for something or you apologize to someone. Like, okay, if I speak my mind and I tell you my truth, you know, whatever it is, and that hurts your feelings, I can apologize for hurting your feelings. I'm sorry, your feelings is hurt. What I said, what I said. You know, I'm not backing back what I'm saying. Now, if you're offended by something I said, like, you know, hey, I'm sorry you're offended.
I'm sorry.
But I didn't. But you know, I told the truth.
Here, I got it up. He said, Nick Cannon said, I hurt an entire community, and it pained me to my core. I thought it couldn't get any worse. Then I watched my own community turn on me and call me a sellout for apologizing. Good night, enjoy Earth. Now, that right there sounded like almost like a sign off. The brother was really going through something.
Yeah, that's so disheartening for me. And I ain't not gonna be like, oh, I'm a huge Nick Cannon fan as far as his music, or even.
I think he got any music fans.
Or even his acting career, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't a big fan, but.
He was the second most popular musician in his family. I'm sorry, go ahead.
But I love Wild 'N Out. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite shows. So I fucked with Wild 'N Out. And you know what I'm saying? And I fought with Nick Cannon because he was spitting some facts, you know what I'm saying? And
He
he
down for the
community.
He down.
So, you know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon, if you watch it, I got your back and I'm here for you. I support you.
You got support on this show.
But that's again, man, like when you had a mainstream position. And even, in full disclosure, we've had offers from, people who want to, take and stuff, and do it on Amazon Prime and do this and do that. But, we've already discussed, like, if you got to build it, we're going to build it a certain way where nobody can take it away from you. You know what I mean? Like, when you get to that level, you got these big companies that can just come take it away from you if you say one thing or do one thing. Dave Chappelle was with the Chappelle Show. They wanted to control his show. You know what I mean? And they offered him all kinds of money to control his show. And he turned it down on principle. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like how you have to move.